All right, guys, how's it going? Now, in this video, we're going to be talking about Virgil van Dijk. Do you hear him? Are Real Madrid in negotiations to sign Virgil van Dijk? That is the question. And here is the apparent answer, which was published in Marca today. Now, this didn't make my review of the Spanish football dailies this morning because this was published after those papers had gone to print during the evening. This is on their website. And the headline and the answer is as follows. Real Madrid are not negotiating for Van Dijk. Now, you will remember, if you follow my Spanish daily briefings or whatever you want to call them, review of the papers or whatever, we spoke about Virgil van Dijk a while ago. He was linked with them. It didn't sound very credible at the time. I didn't believe it. I think people keep mentioning him with clubs like Real Madrid and Barcelona. But I remember saying at the time that the Madrid-based media responded and said, look, Real Madrid acknowledge he's a great player, but he's of the wrong age, and the financials wouldn't be attractive to Real Madrid. So yeah, he's a free player. He's on a free, but there's no such thing as free because obviously you've got huge signing on fees. A player at that stage of the career is going to want one last big contract kind of thing, So it was kind of like, yeah, he's great, but we're all right. We're not interested. And that was the message that was conveyed. We discussed it on here a few months ago. And for those of you that don't know, Real Madrid have probably 4 decent centre-backs coming through that are close to the first team. Asensio came through not so long ago. He's done, really well. Huge impact. So I think they're kind of covered. And I think if you'd have said to me yesterday, Dunk, what do you reckon? Could Virgil go to Real Madrid? I would have said, well, I doubt it. I mean, you never say never in football, do you? Because anything can change and money talks. But it just doesn't sound right. So let's see what this article says and see if we agree with it. It says the Dutch centre-back, whose contract expires in June, is not part of the club's plans. Once again, the game played by agents comes up, putting pressures on players and other teams through the press and rumours about a specific footballer and the supposed interest from the white team. In other words, what they're saying here is this is agents at play, just mentioning Real Madrid, with Virgil van Dijk to try and get him a better deal with Liverpool while his agent is negotiating with Liverpool, right? I don't even think Liverpool would believe it, to be honest with you. It has already happened once with the Liverpool centre-back months ago. That's true, right? We went over that, didn't we? And more recently with Kimmich, the Bayern Munich midfielder and fullback. These are players appreciated by the white team's coaches and directors, but it doesn't go beyond that. The growing market of players who push their contracts to the limit and carry the uncertainty of their future right up to the final weeks of their current deal keeps many on edge. And I'm sure you're on edge regarding Virgil and Mo Salah, right? And these situations with supposed interest from third-party teams are a negotiating tactic that is often used quite a bit, which is true. Real Madrid has experienced very similar situations with Davies, where people have played a double game with the aim of securing a big contract from Bayern, something that was achieved, and decisively so. Obviously, Alphonso Davies did do that, didn't he? It looked like he was going to Real Madrid on a free, and he obviously got himself a really good contract with Bayern. Is Trent Alexander-Arnold trying to do that with Liverpool? I don't think so. I don't think Trent's situation is about money. I think it's about personal aspirations, wanting to be with his boy in Spain and all that. But who knows? We don't know what's going to happen on that front. But that's another subject anyway, so we don't need to go into that. So basically, the article reflects the stance that Real Madrid is not negotiating for Virgil van Dijk, framing the rumours as a common negotiating tactic by agents rather than a genuine transfer pursued by the club. And I would agree with that, wouldn't you guys? And that's what I conclude with this article, is that they're basically saying, no, it's not happening, it's not true. Real Madrid are not negotiating for Virgil. It's his agent trying to put pressure on Liverpool, for example. What would you say? Would you agree with that? Or are you thinking, nah, they're just fucking lying, they're really trying to sign him, you know what I mean? So there you go. Anyway, I'll leave it with you, all right? If you appreciate this video, please thumbs up this video. Please drop me a comment as well. If you want to buy me a coffee, you can just hit the super thanks button. It's the love that under the video. There's other ways to support me in the video description. Please join my newsletter as well. It's completely free. You missed out on a fucking cracking update on there the other day. You really did. All right, so it's in the video description. And in terms of live streams, I think there'll be one tomorrow afternoon at 1 p.m. UK time. I'll confirm tomorrow morning in the morning briefing. All right, guys. Cheers.